Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Sunday, the 17th day of July 2022. Our New York Knicks play in the Summer League Championship today. Blessings upon all those that are out here in the healthcare field, those that are the first responders trying every day to save lives. And by the way, I hope that you and your household are safe and healthy today on this Sunday, the 17th of July 2022. Blessings upon those that pick up garbage to keep streets and sidewalks and parks clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience, both in huge 18-wheeler trucks, vans, motorcycles, scooters, on foot, on bikes, for our convenience. Double blessing on the men and women trying to help rescue and deliver the children who are the victims, the children and teenagers, the victims of child molestation, and the victims of pedophilia, and the victims of pornography and child pornography, both adult and children, the victims of prostitution and child prostitution, the victims of human trafficking also, and sex slavery, and double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and those perverts that are involved in these things. Finally, blessings upon the homeless, nearly 600,000 men, women, and children in the United States on the streets, and millions around the world, similar or worse conditions, and blessings upon them. For theirs is the kingdom, and if you could do anything, do it to help. So we're talking about the Knicks playing the Summer League game tonight, but I wanted to discuss something very seriously that might sound silly. I want to talk about Donovan Mitchell and Quentin Grimes. So Utah, from what I've been reading, in all the reports I read, one of the players always mentioned that they're interested in. And in some reports said the top player they're interested in is Quentin Grimes. Last year, if you recall, several of us in Knicks Nation wanted Quentin Grimes for the Knicks to draft him because, number one, even at the University of Houston, we saw that he was a really high-level spot-up shooter, a high-level defender, both on the ball, off the ball, a high-level rebounder from the two-guard position. And the Knicks got him late first round last year. He balled out in the Summer League last year. He got a chance because of injuries and COVID during the course of the season to play and to start several games last year. He had a 27-point game with about 7 threes against the Bucks last year, flashing what I suspect is going to be something of a regular occurrence for him, okay, going forward. And then this Summer League, of course, he looks like the most polished professional player on the floor every time he plays. So Quentin Grimes, I've been saying, a lot of you are talking about Klay Thompson. I don't want to put him in that category yet. That's a lot of pressure. It's calling somebody Michael Jordan because Klay Thompson is probably one of the best shooting two guards in the history of the NBA. But I do see Allen Houston 2.0. Not a bad player in his own right. Somebody had to never say Houston couldn't play defense. Did you actually watch the Knicks in the 1990s? I mean, Houston could dig. All of them were aggressive, physical defenders on the New York Knicks, including Allen Houston. 6'6", 200 pounds, aggressive and on the defensive end of the floor, aggressive on the offensive end of the floor, can shoot the rock. So Allen Houston was a high-level player. One of the first players in the NBA to get a $100 million contract was Allen Houston. And so, he was a man. So I like if Quentin Grimes can become that, and I think he really, really could very shortly. That's somebody we want to talk about. So we're talking about Donovan Mitchell. Now, Donovan Mitchell is an all-star, okay? He's going to be 26 years old this coming season. He's an all-star, all-NBA level player, top 20 in the NBA, probably, easily top 20. And he would bring the Knicks to another level in terms of now we're talking about playing 45 wins maybe. He would bring us to 50, 52 wins. I think that's the kind of impact he will have on the New York Knicks. So he won't make us conference finalists, not in his first year. See, some of y'all got to look a little further out than just this season. I think he would, in eventually 2-3 seasons, we'd be fighting for that Eastern Conference Finals with him and Jalen Brunson. So, and then the development of the youth that we end up keeping. So the thing is he worth giving up Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin's name's been mentioned. And I mentioned to y'all before, I don't think Obi is going to be included in the deal because Leon picked him and that's a personal thing. I can see a Cam. I can see an IQ Now they've been mentioning Deuce, and I can see a Deuce because other teams will value players that our fan base don't value and show you what they could do when y'all don't know it. Deuce can be a player in the NBA, a real player. So they're looking at him. They wanted Mitchell Robinson. Some of y'all was talking about trading Mitch earlier and not signing him because he's too expensive. Well, look, the Jazz let go of Gobert and they were looking for Mitchell Robinson. What does that tell you? Okay, so, but the Knicks rebuffed those overtures. And I'm glad. And this is again why we want the Don in place, because the Don will walk away from a deal. Ainge ain't going to rape the Don. It ain't going to happen. Okay, he's not taking no shorts. I told y'all that before. And I've been telling y'all that. So this here, I don't want to get rid of Quentin Grimes because just as fundamental to the Knicks' future is R.J. Barrett, is Quentin Grimes. Okay, so I would rather him walk away from the deal than trade Quentin Grimes. And I'm telling you, I get the feeling that the Knicks brass feels the same way. This is what I believe is going on. Danny Ainge wants picks, but he's a rapist, right? He's a ripoff artist. So he's going to try to not only get the picks, he's going to clean your cupboards if you let him, right? The Knicks got the picks. And from my understanding, the Knicks offered the 4 number ones that they acquired, that the Don has acquired from other teams, plus 2 of their own unprotected, right? Which is more than fair. And Ainge said no. Talking about he want 4 unprotected. That ain't gonna happen. Okay, so I like the fact that they broke off the talks for now, because listen here, no matter what people in the media are talking to, the Knicks are in the position of strength right here. Why do I say that? Donovan Mitchell's from New York. He wants to come to the Knicks. They don't already let the cat out of the bag. Believe me, they do not want to go into this season, the Jazz that is, with these rumors to the Knicks, with Donovan Mitchell showing up, taking pictures, throwing out first pitches and all of that around New York, hanging out with IQ. You do not want to go into the season and All-Star game being in Utah this year with these rumors hanging over here. They don't let the cat out the bag. Okay, so they're going to have to do something, number one. Number two, listen, if we do not get Donovan Mitchell and we stick with the team we got, we 45 wins this year. I'm trying to tell y'all. So I'm not worried about doing this right now if we don't have to. So the Don's in the position of strength. There's nobody in the NBA. Listen, Miami out here trying to talk to Oklahoma City and Houston, trying to talk to third teams to try to accumulate the draft picks that the Knicks already got. Okay? They're trying to accumulate draft picks that we already have. All right? So nobody in the league got the leverage the Knicks got. And you know what? Whether we do this deal or not, they still got the picks. Okay? So somebody gonna want it. So with that in mind, I'm not into letting Quentin Grimes go. I'd rather walk away from the deal. Okay? I would allow them to take, and Deuce and Mitch Rob are my 2 favorite players on the Knicks, and Mitch Rob can't be traded because he just signed an extension. Jericho Sims can't be traded because he just signed an extension. Jalen Brunson can't be traded because he just signed a contract with the Knicks. So all of that, they off the table. We talked about that. RJ, they done already declared off the table. Julius Randle, the Utah Jazz do not want Julius Randle because of the size of his contract and his age. He doesn't fit a rebuilding team, just like he didn't fit ours. But now we're moving into that 3rd year to rebuild now. So we're getting ready to step out of it. But they don't want Julius Randle. Okay? So that's that. What do they want? They want picks. We got picks. Now it's just about the young assets. I don't want Quentin Grimes going nowhere. I don't go nowhere. Because look, you start Donovan Mitchell at the 2. You start Jalen Brunson at the point. You start R.J. Barrett at the 3. But now you're bringing off the bench for your mob, deep Quentin Grimes. Nah, I want that. I want to keep that. And then if they decide to walk away from the deal, Quentin Grimes is starting at the 2. Not Evan Fournier. It's Quentin Grimes. He's starting at the 2 guard this year. Okay? Period. Mark my words. July 17, 2022. If he don't get hurt, Quentin Grimes is your starting 2 guard. And you know what? He's going to be better. Way better than Evan Fournier was. And Evan Fournier just broke the New York Knicks record for threes. Quentin Grimes is going to be a better player. Better. Let me ask you this. Those of you that might remember, not those of you that don't know. Was Allen Houston better than Evan Fournier? Okay? Period. We don't even have to discuss that. Okay? Quentin Grimes is better than Evan Fournier. Period. Right now. You don't need no more seasoning. He's ready. Okay? Put him out there. So you got him and Jalen Brunson. That's our worst case scenario. That's our worst case scenario. Or we can have Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. But we in the position of strength, yo. Don't let these platforms come off of this crap, man. These young dudes that don't know nothing about basketball. Wasn't even born when Allen Houston was playing. Okay? So, we in the position of strength right now. We ain't got to do nothing. We ain't got to do nothing. We can chill. Okay? Ainge them let the cat out the bag. It's him that talked about trading Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell's all in it now. We're in New York gear talking about we'll see what happens. They got to do something. So the 6 picks, that's a big haul. I don't give a crap who the player is. You tell me you got 6 first-round picks for a player, protected or not. 6 first, you got a big haul right there. Okay? Period. And to me, that's the basis of this deal. Secondary is the salary. You got to have the salary match. So I'm thinking it's got to be Rose. I told y'all, it's not going to be Randall. So it's got to be Rose or Fournier or both. Donovan Mitchell makes like 32, 33 million this year. Okay. That's what he's making, like 32, 33 million. So you got to match that salary. So Rose and Fournier together is 32 million. Okay. 31, 32. Then you throw in a young player. Now, to me, I'm dealing with a Cam Reddish or an Emmanuel Quickly. I'm not dealing with Obi. Obi ain't going nowhere. I'm not dealing with Grimes. He ain't going nowhere. If you want to throw in Miles McBride, to 1.5 million, you can have him. And I love Deuce. I think Deuce should get the keys. I still love Deuce, but I'm talking business now. I'll throw in Deuce. Okay. I'll give you Deuce and I'll give you IQ. There's your 2 young players. There's a backcourt of the future. There you go. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. They ready to get off all the big contracts. Clarkson's contract. That's Deuce right there. That's Deuce spot. They're ready to get off big contracts. I don't want nobody back. I don't want no money back. I just want Donovan Mitchell. You can have all the rest. So let's say 6 first-round picks. Emmanuel Quickly, Deuce McBride, done deal. You're not getting Quentin Grimes. That's what the Don's going to tell me. You're not getting Quentin Grimes. No, and you're not getting Emmanuel. You're not getting Obi Toppin. Sorry. We in the position of strength. Utah is going to be a mess if they go into the season with Donovan Mitchell. They're going to be a mess internally. They done fired Donovan Mitchell's boy, the head coach. They're going to be a mess. Okay? So, the Don can just sit there and see what they bring him. He done already offered the 6 first rounders they was asking for. So now we just dealing with the matching salary. So like I'm telling you, it's going to be either or Rose or Fournier plus a couple of young talent. Just, maybe 2. But Obi, not going. Grimes, no. I'm sorry. No. And if he says no to that, fine. Grimes are starting 2 guard. We go. Let's move. Let's do what we do. Okay? Let's do what we do. So that's it, y'all. Take comfort, man. Don't buy into the platforms out here talking mess that Utah. If anybody out here questioning whether it's Utah or the Knicks in the position of strength, it's just a Knick hater. And I'm saying it straight. Plain. Period. The Knicks in the position of strength. Bottom line. We ain't got to do nothing with y'all. We could walk away and we'll be fine. Shalom. Oh, one more thing. 7 o'clock tonight. Is it 7? Yeah, 7 o'clock tonight. We're going live after the game. My man, Jay Ellis is doing his at 5:30. We're going to do ours at 7. And we're going to see you then. We're going to talk the Knicks Blazers recap. I'm getting ready to go hang out with my man, Castle King, and my man, Alex, and we getting ready to watch the game at a restaurant. And we're going to come back now that I'm in Florida. We're going to come back here. Then I'm going to do the live at 7 o'clock. So see y'all then. Sure.